Hey everybody, back at Lena's house. I'm just kind of cleaning up, getting the feet turned out. Mike's finishing up something at HQ. We're about to put the cabinets in today. So the rock is done. And so now we can start to do the easy part, which is to actually build the outdoor kitchen. One thing I wanted to mention, I sold this house to my friends. They bought it from me, and so Lena is my realtor, does all the, and if I ever sell anything, she has my property listed. Her daughter Haley was diagnosed with leukemia about a month after we decided to start this project, and so they're gone for the next month doing treatment. So I'm really excited to get this done for them. So when they come back, from treatment, that they're going to be spending the next couple of years at home, and so to give them this. And so they spend a lot of time out here, probably more time than we spent out here when I owned this house. So I'm excited to get this done for them and take one thing off their plate, and they have this project done and looking awesome that they can use for the rest of their lives. That's the cool thing about these cabinets. I was just telling her dad, just stopped by to see it. The NatureKast system, it's PVC back and then resin front, and his head almost blew off when I did this with, the cool thing about this stuff, throw it in the pool. I could leave it in the pool for 10 years and it wouldn't matter. So the beauty of this stuff, especially with our Florida humidity, is that, the drawer fronts and all these pieces are resin. So they make this from a piece of teak. So they have a piece of teak that they put in a mold, and then they pour the resin in, and then they paint on or do whatever they do to the finish, and then cover with a UV protectant. And then the boxes are all PVC. So you can order them in black or white. We always order them in black. I just think it looks nicer. Black or white. And you get a cabinet that lasts forever. Now, they cost a lot more up front, but then over the long term, especially with these, with the super humidity we have here in Florida, that Florida funk, they wipe off, they clean off, you can hose them off. I had my deck pressure wash. I said, just, don't blow the finish off, but you can gently pressure wash off the cabinets and it doesn't matter. That's what's so cool about them. This is why I think this is a DIY. Like, if you didn't have to do all the demo and stuff, if you just had a flat concrete pad, go watch our tutorial video. Especially if you're doing a simple, smaller setup. It's no different than doing garage cabinets. So if you're installing these, you need Simpson strong tie screws. These are T316. Yep. And they're for outdoor use into composites. So they've got a really coarse thread. They're perfect for this. You can still strip them if you're not careful, which is why I like to use the Surge for these activities. Surge. Yes. AKA Surgeroni. Yeah. That's what we call them. Mm-hmm. Because of its
not that we're plugging anything we sell or anything, but
ability. So this is a major expense that is not necessary but looks real pretty when you put the corbels in place. I don't have corbels at my house, but at the Destination OG house. By the way, I should plug Destination OG. There are some weeks available this year. You can go to Destination OG and see NatureKast there and use all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have a BGE, but I do have it on Fresco Grill.
And we have a Surge there as well.
Oh, yeah. Just that alone is worth its price of admission. I prefer that you not test it out on my NatureKast cabinets, though.
No.
Go test it out on some wood underneath the pool.
There you go.
This is going to be a pretty sturdy setup here, Mike.
Pretty stout.
Yeah.
As dads always say, she's not going anywhere.
What's your other saying? Solid as Sears?
Solid as Sears.
People get a kick out of that
I
one.
can't say that anymore, though, because Sears out of business.
Not very solid.
No.
Not so solid.
Solid as Obsessed Garage.
Shoot, well, no, we'll see how that goes.
I don't know. Hey. There we go. Okay. There we go. It's hard to explain things to you, but I'll go ahead and explain. So what we're going to do is, because this stuff doesn't come out of the wall, it protrudes from the floor. Obviously, we have to lay out where I need to cut so that we can make a hole in the base unit approximately right about here, so that it'll set up over top of the waste and the supply lines. So my plan is to try to just cut a spot about like this and not have to cut out for this, because the unit's way up off the ground, plus there's a void under here. So we're just going to kind of hold these over here and figure out where I can make that hole work. So
this little W piece is pretty nifty. This was their, when they reviewed our drawings, this was their suggestion. Said, hey, check out this corner piece. Instead of doing a corner cabinet, which has a lot of waste, and because we're going to be doing a fridge in that corner, we couldn't do a big, the big corner like Lazy Susan type cabinet. So this gets us our turn without needing a corner cabinet.
Chloe was chomping on some lizards the other day. I can hear she was eating a nice sized lizard.
Yeah, that's how she gets so fat.
I think it might be lizards and mice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think and plus she gets cat food on top of that.
Yeah.
She's a little hunter-gatherer out here.
So my cat came back here, left us and liked it here.
Twice, right?
Yeah, more than that, 5 times.
Yeah.
Lena finally gave up and said, we'll just keep the darn cat.
Yeah. Well, I saw it. I said, is she pregnant? Because she's a little chunker. She goes, I hope not. They said she was, what do they do? Let's say, spade them.
Yeah.
Spade 'em, yeah. Super custom cut right there. Bring the bottom out. Let's see, it's got to go that way though. Up right here. Keep coming. I'll go that way. Okay, come forward. I just want to get an idea where we are. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to have to build a box that this cabinet sits on, because the elevation changes substantially from where we started to over here, because we had to reference everything off of this, because the green egg cabinet is not height adjustable unless you can shim it up, but you can't go down any further. So to keep everything on the same plane, this was our starting point. This was our anchor, right? So we came all the way around, and as we come around, the floor slopes away. So we've limited the extent of our adjustable feet. So, and being that this cabinet is out on its own, on an island basically, it's not going to be very stable. So what we're going to do is I'm going to build a platform that it sits on and bolt that to the floor, anchor that to the floor, and then we'll attach the cabinet to that. Then the corbel obviously will attach to the cabinet, so that'll be secure. Then there's another corbel out here because there's an ice maker that goes here. So this corbel out here gets attached in the back, from the back panel. We'll hold it in place, and then temporarily until the counters are installed, we'll put a 2x4 in between to keep everything plumb and level, and then once they get the counter set, everything will be solid. Yeah, the uppers are in, this whole bank's in, that corner's in, so we really just have this cabinet and 2 corbels and this base unit over here, which we can do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The back's good. Just lift the front. Okay, we're flush here, we're flush here.
It's going to be loaded up with Coors Lights and daiquiris. Is that what people do?
Daiquiris.
Is that what people do now? Is that what you do?
I don't know, maybe. I guess so.
Some
Yeah. Pina coladas.
mojitos.
All right, so I think where we left off, Mike, I don't think we had this. This is just, I have this blocking in here just to keep the corbel in place. Once they set counters and everything, these will probably get removed. At least the front one will, because there's an ice maker going here. We put the dishwasher in place, built this out because this is going to be bar area. So this will get skinned with the NatureKast paneling. I'm just going to do that after they get the counter installed. Same thing here, I'm going to skin the back side of this wall. There's another refrigerator going here so they have access from the pool side to get, you know, drinks or snacks or whatever. We are doing a full backsplash where the hood is going. So this whole back is getting a backsplash. I believe that as well. We'll have to lift the egg out for them. But everything else is good to go. We kind of have the dishwasher set in place just to get an idea how it's going to look. Ice maker's still in the crate over there, but it's pretty much ready. I think, did we have this done, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is all done, right? Yeah. I'll probably go ahead and pull this panel out. There's just a couple clips that hold it in, so I'll probably do that before they start, because that way they can slide this in. Might do that right now. All right, so they've got all the counter set in place. We're gonna kind of cut out, let them do their seam attachments. They got one at the sink, and then another one over there where he's got that suction cup mounted, and then that corner piece. So they've got some work to do there, and then they're gonna come measure tomorrow, I believe. They wanted to measure, they felt more comfortable with getting the counters in and then measure from counter to, because that's framed out, they want to come measure separately for the backsplash where the vent hood's going and over here. So they'll come do that tomorrow, get that installed, and then we can start doing our thing. I can start plumbing in the sink, getting the panels put on, like I mentioned before, get the green egg back in, get the grill in, So I guess we'll just let them do their thing and kind of catch up with them after they get it all set. Thanks, Mike.
You're a good guy.
You are too, Mike.
Okay, Mike. Well, where are we at?
Mike, don't fall. That would have been a good mic clip there. Okay, so counters are in. So they did that yesterday. We let them set up. We've got a seam here and a seam over there. It looks pretty good. Like, actually right here you can't even tell at all, and this one is where the faucet will be, so that'll pretty much hide that seam. So they've got the backsplashes measured. They came out and measured after they did that yesterday. They're gonna install them tomorrow. So I can start doing some of the, well, there's a lot of work left. Some of the detail work, I guess you could say. So setting up for angle stops underneath here. So we're gonna have 2 hots, 2 colds. They didn't have a dual outlet, and really, it's better to be able to, if you have a problem with the ice maker, you can just shut the ice maker off. If you have a problem with just dishwasher, you can shut the dishwasher off, and then the sink will still work. So I'm just gonna tee hots and tee in my colds here and do that underneath here. I got the drain to hook up yet. I was monkeying around with the dishwasher. I got it level, so there's quite a bit left to do there. I've got to plumb, get the drain and the electrical back around here. And I've also got to run a filler. I've got to make a filler in here, so I got to get a 2x material. And we've got a bunch more trim here I can use. So I'm gonna make basically a 3-inch filler will be right above dishwasher, like that. So that's gonna go. What else? Obviously we have ducting to do, but I'm not gonna do that until I get the vent hood. I've got to get the insert set and cut the front edge of the cabinet for the insert to go in. We have gas line to hook up to the alfresco. Gotta get the alfresco in. We've got the ice maker that goes in. I've got to run plumbing for that, supply line for that, as well as the drain over to where the sink is. I'm going to put a double duplex right here, which is what this cut-in box is for. So that's going here. I've got the paneling that goes on the back side here, and it comes here and comes around like this, and then I've got enough of it to do that. And I'm also going to do this side. So there's paneling that's going to go here and here, and then I'll use probably some of that trim to trim out against the post here. What else? Oh, all the electrical. So I have a circuit for GFCI, a circuit for the ice maker, and another circuit that is for dishwasher and disposal. I've also got to drill a hole for the air switch for the disposal, and for the soap dispenser, they can decide which side they want what on. So I'll get those in. And then after that, I have to fill this in and put stone in here. So I've got some leftover flagstone over there that I'm gonna have to cut up and cap that off. And then I have to finish out the cultured stone here. It's a long list of things to do. So now that counters are in, I can get going again. So I think there's probably some things I'm missing. Have we shown the Waterstone faucet yet?
No, we haven't.
It's pretty nice, stainless. So there she is. It's pretty nice, I think. I like it. Yeah, pretty cool. And then obviously a soap dispenser to match. The only thing I don't have is an air switch for it. So I'll have to get some air switch that matches this stainless or finish so it doesn't clash. Now I get a better visual now that the counter's on it. So, all right, I guess we'll just get what we get, capture what we capture. We're not gonna walk everybody through every little step, but we kind of, we have a lot going on. Yeah, that's for sure.
Detailing season.
Yeah.
Stock up on your stuff.
Oh yeah, it is detailing season. Matter of fact, I need to wash my truck this evening.
What are you gonna use?
I might use Reset this time around because I haven't used it in a few washes. I like to use Reset every maybe 3 washes.
As opposed to use
GSF, yeah, Coach Henry GSF.
So you recommend people have both?
I do,
In their
yeah.
cabinet?
Yeah, I think the Reset's a little more aggressive, I think, from what I understand. It seems like it is, and I would use it all the time, except that, I like the smell of the GSF too. Yeah. And the GSF is super slick. Although I do think the Reset foam's maybe a little better. Wouldn't you say?
That's controversial, Mike.
I know people have their favorite, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've come a long way from the old McGuire's Gold class back in the day.
That stuff was good though.
It was, but it's not, I mean, in comparison, it does smell good. It smells like cologne or something, but it's not that great. And if you use it in the sun, it's not so good. Buy some detailing products so we can, you know, survive and stay in business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good job, Mike. What are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna work on plumbing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the sink, the faucet in, get all those angle stops in, get that plumbed up. I gotta turn the water off to the whole house, and they're not home right now, so I think now would be a good time. Yep. Yep, we'll catch back up with you guys probably tomorrow. All right, so guys just finished this. I left for 30 minutes to go grab some food, and I come back and I'm not thrilled with this here. So these guys, this was tight fitting. There was 4 guys here to put this in because it's heavy, and they were struggling. They didn't cut it quite on size. So rather than grind the slab, they took a multi-tool and did this action. And rather than just feather that or something, they cut in this way. So I'm gonna have to fix that now. Can you see that on camera?
Yeah, it kind of bothers me.
You kinda?
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna have to do something to make that look better because that's gonna drive me crazy. Anyway, so what I've been working on in the meantime, since they've left, is I got the supply lines plumbed. So what I did, the reason I ran 2 for each hot and cold is we have hot and cold supply for the sink, but we also have hot supply that goes to the dishwasher and hot supply that goes to the ice maker. So rather than have one supply shut off that shuts both off, I like to run it like this. That way, if something happens to the ice maker, they can still use the sink by simply shutting the cold supply off that feeds the ice maker. Same thing with the dishwasher. If something were to happen, they can just shut that off, still use the sink. So anyway, that's ready to go. So I'm gonna do the waste next on the sink. And also today, I worked on over here, I don't remember, I'm sure you can bring this footage up, Mike, but this was all a void with wood and what have you in here. So I went ahead and found some more stone and matched it so it would look nice. I tried to carry this piece like this, found a nice piece here, this big piece. So now all I have left to do is I'm gonna wrap this, and then I'm gonna get cultured stone. After I wrap this, I'm gonna waterproof this. Even though it's under eave, I'm gonna waterproof this, and then I'll take some cultured stone. We have a bunch over there, and see how they're not finished. If I can't make a cut on this side because you'll see it. So what I'm gonna do is put this panel in next, this blank panel that we've got over there, the NatureKast stuff, and then I'll take and cut the side that comes up against the panel, so that way it's a finished edge. So I have to finish these obviously like this, so it's a finished edge against finished edge. It'll hide that cut, and the other cut will be back here. So I've got all these pieces to reinstall on here, and then I've got plenty of material over there to cap this off. So once that's done, then I feel like all the stonework will be finished. I have to clean up some of this stuff, and then work my way around with the electrical, and then I can get the other the back panels put on. So that's where we are.
Fridge goes there.
Yeah, little mini fridge there. So I've got to get those lines plumbed in. I've got to cut or use a hole saw into this cabinet here and push those through. Electrical's going in there. Also, I need to put a receptacle in here for the fridge. So Matt decided he went and looked online and found some lighting. It's WAC lighting. It's their H-track system is what we're putting in. 12 lights basically. There's going to be a track here, one on either side of the fan, and a little 4-footer over in that corner. And then so it'll be 4 lights on each one of these rows, and then 2 to split the fan and 2 over there. That way it'll be pretty evenly lit. Cool. Yeah, they're basically track lighting, like nicer track lighting. Gotcha. So, I mean, it's ideal out here because everything we need to do is surface mounted, because there's no void up here to run wiring. It's all tongue and groove with roofing right over top. And then the vent hoods should be here maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Saratoga sparkling water, Mike.
That reminds me of Fred's Garage now. Every time I see those bottles.
Yeah, I drink these. They're good. Not sponsored by them. It'd be nice if we were.
It'd be nice.
Somebody sponsor us for something.
For anything.
Anything. Yeah. anything. Just, you know, I mean, you would like Racetrack to sponsor your iced coffees.
Coffee, Liquid Death, maybe.
Oh, some LDs, yeah. Liquid Deaths. You like the what is it called?
Severed lime.
Severed lime instead of severed limb. I get it.
Yep.
Wow, that's really clever.
What do you do next?
Go turn the water on and make sure everything doesn't look like a sprinkler.
Got it.
It won't. I'm fully confident. So you carry on, Mike. Sell some detailing products for us.
Yep.
You know, so we're not a lot of a job.
That would be nice. Yeah.
And buy some outdoor kitchen stuff. I'm doing all this work, and I feel like people need to, you know, reward us for this content. Go buy some NatureKast cabinets from us. You know, buy a sink. Hey, you know, this Havens metal sink is pretty darn nice.
I agree with you.
When you get that, buy an Evo from us. Buy a grill. I know I've said it once. I'm going to say it 10 times. Buy some stuff from us. You know, some outdoor kitchen related items. That way, me doing this project isn't for naught. All right.